Hey guys, welcome back to a very casual, somewhat impromptu video. And today's topic, we're going to be chatting all about creating or fostering independent learners. So I personally follow a lot of homeschoolers in this community. I follow a lot of homeschoolers on Instagram and YouTube, and I love gleaning advice, wisdom, inspiration for, other ideas to try. It's an amazing resource to be able to follow these moms. And something that I have noticed in the homeschoolers that I follow that have older kids, being upper elementary, middle school, and high school, is how independent their students are. Their kids kind of take charge of their independent studies. Like, they know what's expected of them every day. They take the initiative to begin their independent studies a lot of times. All around, they seem fairly independent. Now, I know that it's social media and you don't see everything, so maybe they're not as independent as they seem. I have always been a little bit confused on how to create that in my homeschool. Now, I am in no way expecting my kids to teach themselves and do all their schoolwork and education all independently and take responsibility of everything. I would actually not like being that hands-off. But I am looking for a little bit of responsibility, a little bit of independence, especially as my kids get older. As of right now, I only have one child that I'm looking into trying to foster that independence, and that is my oldest daughter, who is 11. She's technically sixth grade, but I don't really label her grade that much. She is the type of child where she wants me to sit with her and do all of her lessons. She wants me to read everything to her. She wants me to read directions and the problems to her and kind of walk her through and kind of hold her hand through different things. She never, or very, very, very rarely, will begin her schoolwork all on her own. She waits for me to tell her what to do, when to do it. I have tried a few different things to try to get her to be more motivated in getting her schoolwork done on her own, and not much of it has worked. So I've kind of been trying to rack my brain in ways to help her to become more independent, because she is getting older and eventually she is going to need to be able to learn things on her own, to be able to seek information out on her own. And I want to start preparing her for that. So what kind of prompted this chat today is that today is a planning day for me. And so we actually took most of school off today. We did a little bit, but basically I've just been planning our homeschool for the next few weeks. So I've been printing new units I need to print, binding everything, kind of gathering resources that I plan to use in the next few weeks of school, and just kind of planning things out and getting things organized. During my organization process, I thought of trying this idea, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean by this, but it basically is a learning binder for Lacey. So let me flip you around and share with you what I've kind of come up with. So basically, this is kind of the system I'm going to try out the next few weeks with Lacey to see if it kind of helps her kind of know what she needs to be doing and kind of get things done a little bit better. So this is a 3-ring binder that I have put together for her. In the front sleeve, I have a schedule of her week, and so each day, what she needs to be doing each day. Kind of a little bit of a description as well. And then inside, I have these dividers. And so what I've done is I've taken all of her work for the whole week and put it in here. So this is going to be Monday here. She's expected to watch lesson 21's video for Math UC, and then this is her math worksheet she does for that day. Then behind the math worksheet, I have the lightning literature layout for that day. So this happens to be the beginning of a new week in Lightning Literature, so there's always like a student checklist, so that's helpful. But basically, this is day 1. So she's going to read chapter 19 through 22 of Wholes. These are the comprehension questions. I still plan on doing this grammar lesson with her because I think grammar can be confusing if you're trying to read it on your own. So I am going to go through this with her, but she can still be responsible for this part. And then if I am with another child or can't quite get to this yet, that's okay, but eventually I will. And I'll go over this with her, and then she'll do the practice for the grammar for that day. Then we go into the next day. With Math UC, you just watch a video lesson one of the days, and then you do the corresponding worksheets throughout the week. So she won't actually have to watch a lesson for day 2. So she would just do the worksheet, and it's on the same stuff that she learned the previous day. Then into Lightning Literature, day 2. So she is, I flipped these pages, but she's supposed to read 23 through 28 of Wholes. Here's the comprehension, and then it goes into the grammar lesson. So this is like really simple stuff for her to do every day, but it literally has it all laid out. And I think that that's going to be helpful where she doesn't have to grab, 3 different books for math, flip through them, find the pages she's supposed to work on. She doesn't have to worry about grabbing her Lightning Literature student book and teacher's guide and kind of like flipping through and finding where she left off and all of that. I think just having it right here for her to do is super easy and well laid out. So I plan on doing this every week, just laying out her new week of work. And then I'm hoping that she will take some initiative and get the things done that she can. And then obviously I want her, because right now with math, I'm going through the lesson with her and then like going through these problems, like trying to kind of walk her through and stuff. And I don't think she's learning much when I do that for everything. And so I really want her to just try her best to do the problems in independent practice independently, and then I will come back and go over it with her after she's done, and we'll see like if she got something wrong, and we'll kind of work through it that way, because for her it's just hard. Like she just wants me to walk her through everything, and to be honest, I really need her to be a little more independent as well, because I have the other 2 kids that I'm trying to teach and that sort of thing too. So it just would be really helpful if she could just get what she can out of the way, and then we can move on. So I'm hoping that this helps. A couple of these days, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I think we're going to be doing the unit study with me. So that'll be Gather Round, Harbor and Sprout, or Campfire Curriculums, one of the 2, whatever we're working on. I think that those 3 days we're going to end up doing that. So that'll be something we do together too, because I do like doing things together with her, and she does too. And I don't want her to feel like she's all on her own, but I really want her to really try to do math mostly independently, and then part of this independently as well, and see if I can get her kind of worked up to working better on her own. As you can see, I've cut out a lot of the extras that she did have, where I no longer have Easy Peasy Zoology on here, and I no longer have Easy Peasy Computers on here. We are still going to be doing the art or nature study, alternating those on Friday, and then the Around the World picture books we're still going to be doing too. But with her, I'm learning that she does better when she just has the basics, not piling on or adding a bunch of extras in for her. And so I've taken those 2 away for now, just to see if it helps as well with her focus and her attitude with doing school, if she just has to do these main subjects, if that'll help her. So yeah, we're going to be trying this out. We'll see how it goes. So I'm hoping that that binder system will really help kind of give her those baby steps that she needs to really just take hold of some things herself. I understand that every child's personality is different, and I will say that she is very much a child who wants to do her own thing. She doesn't want to be told to do a bunch of stuff, and like, we're working through that. That's definitely like a heart issue and a lesson that she's going to have to learn in the long run, that sometimes there's things that she has to do that she doesn't want to do. We can't just spend our days doing what we want to do. But I do think that that's a more challenging aspect of her personality, so that might also be contributing to the lack of independence with school. Another thing that I have been kind of toying with the idea of doing is some kind of reward system, because I think that she could be very motivated by that. So I'm kind of thinking of like just like an overall gauge of how they do during the week as far as school, like complaining or attitudes or like trying your best and giving good effort. If they can kind of do that throughout the entire week, maybe we'll do some kind of reward on Friday, whether that's a trip to the dollar store or out for ice cream or like something special that we do as kind of like a wrap up and reward to positive outlooks on school and positive attitudes and hard work and effort. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not entirely sure logistically about that yet, but we shall see. So I want to know, for those of you wonderful people out there that do have older kids who work independently, how do you go about teaching them that? How do you teach them to be independent? Are they just naturally like that? What kinds of things that like have you done to kind of foster that? Please let me know down below. Give me all of the advice and tips, because we are struggling over here with that aspect, and she definitely is a reluctant learner. And so yeah, just any tips you have, advice, I would really appreciate it, because it's definitely something and a goal of mine, something that I want to work on. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I know it was, like I said, very impromptu, very casual, not really like organized, but it's just something that was on my mind, so I thought I'd film it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.